Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota has signed two cryptocurrency-related bills into law, signaling a major regulatory shift in the state's approach to digital assets. One of these bills permits financial institutions to offer crypto custody services, while the other restricts unregulated kiosks known for fraud. This move is part of a broader effort to bring clarity and security to the handling of digital assets within the state's financial system. The first bill, House File HF 3709, allows banks and credit unions to custody digital assets on behalf of their customers. This includes safekeeping, controlling, or administering crypto assets in a fiduciary or non-fiduciary capacity. Importantly, the law does not allow institutions to trade, invest, or lend the assets they custody. This distinction is crucial because it limits the scope of what banks can do with crypto, focusing instead on secure storage and administration. The custody authorization is optional for institutions. No bank or credit union is required to offer the service, but those that choose to do so must notify the state's financial commissioner at least 60 days in advance. This notification must include details about the nature of the custody services and the institution's risk management framework. This opt-in structure allows banks to assess whether they want to enter the crypto custody space and to prepare accordingly. The law will take effect on August 1, 2026, and will apply to any custody services initiated on or after that. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Date: the bill passed with strong bipartisan support in both the House and the Senate, with overwhelming majorities in favor. This indicates a level of consensus among lawmakers about the importance of allowing financial institutions to adapt to the growing demand for crypto custody services. One of the bill's sponsors, Representative Bernie Perriman, argued that the legislation is necessary to ensure that Minnesota-based financial institutions remain competitive. He emphasized that the bill is about enabling institutions to evolve alongside their customers rather than forcing them to rely on unregulated or offshore services. This framing suggests that the law is not just about regulation, but also about economic competitiveness and consumer protection. The second bill signed by the governor takes a different approach. It restricts unregulated kiosks that have been blamed for widespread fraud in the crypto space. This move reflects a dual strategy, enabling regulated institutions to offer custody services while simultaneously limiting the risks associated with unregulated operators. The contrast between these two laws is significant and could shape the future of crypto custody in Minnesota. From a market perspective, this development could influence how other states approach crypto custody. If Minnesota's model proves successful in balancing innovation and regulation, it could serve as a blueprint for other jurisdictions. However, the success of the law will depend on how effectively institutions implement the custody services and how well they manage the associated risks. The next signal to watch is how financial institutions in Minnesota respond to the new custody framework. Will they adopt the service broadly, or will only a few institutions take advantage of the opportunity? The 60-day notice period provides a window for banks and credit unions to evaluate their readiness and prepare for compliance with the new requirements. In the broader context, this development is part of a growing trend in the U.S. where states are taking the lead in regulating crypto. While federal regulation remains uncertain, state-level initiatives like Minnesota's could provide a more immediate and actionable framework for financial institutions. This could lead to a patchwork of state regulations, which may present challenges for national or international crypto firms. The key takeaway is that most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Minnesota is positioning itself as a state that is open to innovation in the crypto space, but with a strong emphasis on regulation and consumer protection. This approach could attract businesses and investors looking for a stable and secure environment to operate in. However, the long-term impact of the law will depend on how it is implemented and how the market responds to the new custody options available to consumers. For now, the focus is on the August 1 implementation date and the readiness of financial institutions to offer crypto custody services. The coming months will be critical in determining whether this law leads to a new era of crypto custody in Minnesota or faces challenges that require further adjustments.